Deep in the turquoise waters of the Bahamas, about 2 miles off the coast of the island of Bimini, lies a mysterious rock formation that has captured the imagination of many. Known as the Bimini Road or the Bimini Wall, it is an underwater path of rocks stretching over half a mile across the ocean floor. This intriguing formation has sparked countless debates and theories, but perhaps none more captivating than those linking it to the legendary lost city of Atlantis. This idea that this underwater structure could be part of the mythical Atlantis has been around since the 1960s when the road was first discovered. The theory goes like this. Many believe that the Bimini Road is all that remains of a once great city. According to Plato's description of Atlantis in his philosophical works, the city lay submerged in the Atlantic Ocean somewhere near the Strait of Gibraltar. However, other accounts place its location closer to the coast of Africa or even the Greek mainland. Plato described the city as being circular in shape with a diameter of about 100 stadia, which translates to roughly 12 miles. Some who support this theory argue that the Bimini Road could be part of the outer ring of this massive circle, which would fit perfectly with Plato's description. To further bolster their case, they point to various anomalies and irregularities in the rock formation, suggesting that they were caused by human intervention, such as tools or quarrying marks. They also note the straightness and uniformity of the road, which they argue is inconsistent with natural formations. Instead, it appears to have been deliberately constructed, much like a man-made wall. To be clear, there are different opinions within the Atlantis community. Some people don't believe that Atlantis ever existed at all, while others believe that it did exist, but not in the Atlantic Ocean. So some people do connect the Bimini Road to Atlantis, but not all of them. On the other hand, mainstream archaeologists and geologists generally dismiss the Bimini Road's connection to Atlantis as unfounded and lacking credible evidence. They propose alternative explanations for the rock formation, attributing it to natural geological processes. Proponents of this view argue that the Bahamas archipelago is a relatively young geological formation, having emerged from the ocean just 100,000 years ago. Therefore, any traces of human activity from the distant past would have been long erased by natural forces. Moreover, they point out that similar rock formations can be found throughout the Bahamas, suggesting that the Bimini Road is not unique or exceptional in any way. Perhaps one of the most compelling arguments against the Atlantis connection is the lack of any archaeological evidence. Despite numerous underwater explorations and investigations, no artifacts, structures, or other evidence of human habitation has been found in the area. Mainstream scholars argue that if the Bimini Road really were the remnants of Atlantis, we should expect to find substantial archaeological evidence of a large settlement, not just a single rock formation. However, despite these counter-arguments, the mystery of the Bimini Road persists. Many people continue to be captivated by the possibility that this underwater structure could hold the key to unlocking one of history's greatest mysteries. And there are a few reasons for this. First, the story of Atlantis has captured human imagination for centuries. The idea of a lost civilization with advanced technology and culture that was destroyed and hidden beneath the sea is both fascinating and tragic. People have long been intrigued by the possibility that there may be physical remnants of this legendary city still hidden beneath the waves. Second, the Bimini Road is a truly unusual rock formation. Its straightness and uniformity are indeed remarkable and do not easily fit with natural explanations. While geologists argue that it is consistent with natural processes, they haven't provided a convincing explanation for how it could have formed so quickly and yet look so old. Some have speculated that erosion may have played a role in shaping the Bimini Road, but the rate of erosion in the Bahamas is slow, and it would take hundreds of thousands of years to create such a formation. Third, the Bimini Road is located in the Bahamas, a popular tourist destination known for its crystal-clear waters and beautiful beaches. This makes it easily accessible for explorers and researchers to investigate. As a result, the Bimini Road has become a bit of a local legend. drawing in many people who are curious to see it for themselves and perhaps uncover a piece of history that has been lost for centuries. In recent times, attention has shifted towards Europe as potential locations for the ancient city. Scholars have proposed that the Pillars of Hercules, located in the Strait of Gibraltar, might serve as a reference point that Plato had mentioned in his text. These stone pillars, also known as the Straits of Gibraltar, stand majestically in the narrowest part of the strait, forming a gateway between the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. According to Plato's description, Atlantis was situated near the Pillars of Hercules, which fits perfectly with the geographical location of the straits. Adding credence to this theory is the fact that the Pillars of Hercules have been associated with myths and legends since ancient times. They were believed to be the source of tremendous power and were considered sacred by the Greeks. This mythological significance further strengthens the argument that Plato may have chosen the pillars as a real-world reference point for his fictional account of Atlantis. Another compelling link between the Pillars of Hercules and Atlantis is the presence of similar rock formations in the area. Some researchers have pointed out that the strange rock formations found near the pillars bear a striking resemblance to the Bimini Road, suggesting that they could be part of the same phenomenon. If this is true, it would provide a much clearer connection between Europe and Atlantis, as the Pillars of Hercules are firmly located in the Mediterranean. Furthermore, the Pillars of Hercules have been subject to various interpretations and speculations throughout history. Some scholars believe that they represent the entrance to the underworld, while others see them as a symbol of the union between earth and heaven. These mystical associations align well with the Atlantean concept of a highly advanced civilization with profound knowledge of spirituality and metaphysics. In addition to the physical similarities, there are also cultural parallels between the Greeks and the alleged inhabitants of Atlantis. Both civilizations are known for their intellectual pursuits and contributions to philosophy, science, and art. The Greeks, with their epic tales and philosophical inquiries, and the Atlanteans, with their wisdom and mastery of technology, seem to share a common thread of intellectual curiosity and exploration. This cultural affinity strengthens the case for a connection between the two and reinforces the idea that the Pillars of Hercules could serve as a tangible link to the legendary lost city. However, it's important to acknowledge that these connections remain speculative and have not been definitively proven. Plato's description of Atlantis is often seen as a philosophical allegory rather than a historical account, and the lack of concrete evidence has allowed for various interpretations and imaginative reconstructions of the city, its location. Nevertheless, the search for Atlantis continues to captivate many people around the world, and the Pillars of Hercules stand as a prominent candidate for its final resting place. Whether or not the Bimini Road is a part of the same phenomenon is debatable, but it does appear to be an interesting rock formation that may deserve more scientific research. But in the end, we may never know for sure what happened to Atlantis or whether it ever existed in the first place. So, what do you think? Do you think that the Bimini Road is part of the lost city of Atlantis, or is there another explanation for its existence? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more exciting content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.